Good evening, everybody. Bill Ball here out of Sarasota, Florida. Really glad to be here with you all tonight. Welcome to the new member launch. And, this is a great place to get your brand new member every Wednesday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And I like to say that this is a non-negotiable call for brand new members. I know we're at the end of 2020 right now. We started doing this new member launch about 3 weeks ago. But if we make this part of our culture, where it's a non-negotiable thing that people get on every Wednesday night, if they want to be a very successful member, we have to at least launch them into the business properly. And I learned that early on in my career in network marketing that if you really want to have success, it's so important to launch your new member the right way. And the first thing I like to ask a brand new member is, why did they join us? Why did they get started with us in Valentus? What's their reason why? That's number one. I actually get a piece of paper out and I write their why down on a piece of paper when I launch somebody. I want to know what drives them. I want to know what makes their boat float. You know what I mean? And it's said that if your why is big enough, if the why is big enough to make you cry, you'll do anything in your power to get it done. I know some people with some powerful whys. So you want to just really find out what that why is. What got you started? I'll tell you mine. Mine was, I want to build a family legacy. I want to have a family legacy. I want to have I want to pay off my parents, all of our parents' houses, so they can retire. We've got so many things that we want to do that network marketing is definitely one of the only vehicles that you can do that in. So that's our why. Dawn and I collectively, we sat down and we made a list of 30 things we want to achieve, and we look at those and pray about those every single day. They're in our face, and that's the reason why we're doing this business. So you want to make sure that you understand everybody else's why. Number two, schedule your virtual launch within 7 days of getting started. So if you got a brand new member started and they want to have ultimate success, get them on a three-way call with your upline, the person that got you started in the business. And, let's help them book that virtual launch party. If you haven't had a virtual launch party yet, it's not too late. You might have been in the business 2, 3 months at this point. And you say, you know what? I never launched my business. Let's make a list. Let's pick a date and invite people to it with urgency. And I'll share with you how that works. Now, when Dawn and I launched our Valentus business, we really did it. We did it up. We went in 3 days before we launched. We started, sharing with people that we had something very exciting that we wanted to tell them about. We had made a decision to, take a new direction. We didn't say the company. The next day we said, yeah, we've made a decision, and now this Sunday we're having a webinar. We'd love to invite you. If you're interested, send me a private message. So there's so many different ways you can do it. If you're brand new and you haven't, launched yet, we can give you some great ideas, but I'm going to go over a couple of ideas as we go a little further here. Number three, join the team Facebook page, Java Empowered Group. That's our team Facebook page. That's where you're going to get inspiration. That's where you're going to see other team members that are, cheering you on and welcoming new people to the team. Number four, watch the launch video that's on the Facebook group. It is pinned to the top. It's a great launch video. John Haremza does it, and he gives us some in-depth pointers that go a little deeper dig into what we're talking about here tonight. And number five, join the Valentus Company Facebook page, Valentus Corp. Number six, download the Share Valentus app. Go to valentusapp.com. Dawn and I and our team, we use this like exclusively, this app. This is we put people on tour. That tour has a viral type process, and I'll talk to you about that a little further as we go. But it really does get people engaged. It gives you tools like, if you send somebody on tour and they watch a video, it tells you how much of the video they watched. If you send them a link to one of the products, it tells you that they looked at the link. So it's a great, powerful tool. It actually gives you reminders. It tells you, follow-ups and all kinds of great things. So number seven, subscribe to the free text alerts. Go to valentuscalls.com/text alerts. It'll give you updates a few minutes before each one of the calls that we're having, so you know when they are. Number eight, make your list. See below. Also, go to the success guide, page 14. The memory joggers there in your back office. My mentor taught me 13 years ago when I got started. Bill, the number one thing you can do if you want to have success and build the legacy that you told me about, because he asked me my why and I told him my why. He said, the number one thing you can do is make your list. It's going to follow you around for the rest of your career. Now, my mentor, I listened to him. He was making $6 million a year. I didn't take it lightly. He said, make a list of 100 people. This is my list from 13 years ago. There's 100 names on there. I can tell you what, some of them are still partners with me to this day through 2 different companies. Some of them I'm still going to call because, I haven't talked to them in a while. But guess what? It's right here. This is my inventory. Oh, and by the way, I have countless other lists that I work off of every single day. We're in the people business. If you treat this like a business and you're organized and you actually have a list, you're not going to believe what it'll do for you. It's a way to organize yourself. It's a way that you can, check things off. You can make notes next to people you talk to. Don't go off your memory. Too many people people call me and they say, Bill, I don't understand what's going on. I'm not really getting any traction. I'm not really having any success here. And I go, well, can I ask you a question? And they go, yeah. How many people do you have on your list? And there's silence. And I go, you didn't make a list, did you? And they said, no. So that's okay. It's never too late to start. How have you been doing it? Are you just kind of like going in your phone and, picking names out as you go? Yeah. Well, that's called the shotgun approach. And, shotguns, when you shoot a shotgun, if you try to hit a target, it doesn't do too well. It sends pellets everywhere and there's little holes all over the place. It's the same in your business. If you're shooting a shotgun and just trying to, hit a whole bunch of targets, it's not really gonna do you well. You got to have an organized approach and you have to make a list, guys. It's very important. So I spend a little bit of time on that. There is a memory jogger on page 14 in the back office. Go there. It's going to ask you questions that'll help you jog your memory. Practice inviting your list to your launch party. Share the tour. Less is more. And here's how I would practice inviting, and I'll go over that in a minute. But also update your status on Facebook. I just started drinking weight loss coffee and it tastes delicious. If you're brand new and that's something that you haven't posted yet, that post is going to get you a ton of interaction. Mm-hmm. People are going to ask you questions like, what are you talking about? Where do you get weight loss coffee? Well, say, I want to send you a private message. And that's all you say. Don't go and blast your website or anything like that on the page. You send them a private message. That's all. Keep their intrigue. Now, if I was going to invite my list to my launch party, calling's a great way to share your excitement and invite. Keep it simple. Mass texts and emails and Facebook events aren't going to fill up your virtual launch party. But, if you call somebody and say something along these lines, hey, Judy, I just found out about something I have to share with you. Do you have a minute? Always ask if they have a minute, because you want to make sure that they have a minute, right? You don't want them to be so busy that it's not a great time, right? It says my internet connection's unstable. Can you guys still hear me all right? Okay, good. Great. So you have a minute. Hey, Judy, do you drink coffee or know someone who does? And she's going to say, well, yes, because the answer is either yes or yes, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. Hey, I just found out about a brand new product. It's a weight loss coffee. This product's so awesome. I'm having a virtual party this Thursday at 6:00. You have to see this. It's amazing. We have some other amazing products we can review as well. Can I count on you to tune in? Great. See you this. Now, guys, the important part of this invite was the lock-in. Do you hear that? Can I count on you to tune in? Because if you don't ask that question, can I count on you to tune in? They're going to say yes. And if they say yes, they feel obligated. Great, Judy, I'll see you Thursday night at 6:00. I'm looking forward to seeing you on my webinar. Okay. Now, hey, Judy, here's one thing I add to it. Now, this is really critical. Hey, Judy, I have a link I'd like to send you, so you have some information before my virtual party. It's going to ask you to enter your name and your phone number, and you can see some of the other awesome products that we have. And she'll say yes. And you say, great, I'm going to send you the link. Now you go to your app, you send Judy the link, and now she gets put on tour. because when she opts in and puts her name and information, she's being put on that virtual tour in your business right away. Now, if you invite 6 or 8 or 10 other people that day and they all say yes to the tour, guess what? Since you called Judy first, that next person's going into business under the person that under Judy. And then that person next time is going to get somebody else under them. Judy could have 3 to 6 people under her by the end of the day from these invites. And she's going to get an alert every single time. How cool is that? Every time someone, signs up for the tour for her virtual launch party, that person's going to get an alert all up the line. And they're like, what is this? What's going on? I don't understand what's happening here. Well, what's happening is we're building their downline for them, and they don't even know what's happening yet. And now you can have a much different conversation with that person the day of the launch party. So the day we do that launch party, watch how cool this is. The day we do that launch party, Judy gets on, and she's got 8 people under her already on a virtual tour. Then we do the launch party and we talk about the products and we talk about the opportunity. And, then we say something like, if you're on here now, you may already have a downline that started to build under you. And if you want to lock that in, the only thing you have to do is make a positive decision tonight to become a member. And you've already got yourself maybe 6 to 8, 10 people on your team to start, the business off right. You don't even know who they are, but that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to help you build this organization. And ladies and gentlemen, here's what I'll tell you. That shows them so much support. That system shows them that they're not alone. You know how many people I've had sign up just because they're on tour and they see all these people that are signing up under them and they're like out of their mind about it. They're like, you got to be kidding me. I never had a business like this before where people just sign people up for me. How does that work? And then we share with them how to build how the rest of the system works and how to, build the other side and get paid. But the important thing is this: they feel like they're in a business, that they're not alone. And that's what everybody wants, right? Everybody wants to have a business where they're not alone and they have somebody helping them and they have support. And I'll tell you what, every Wednesday night, rest assured, we will have support like this on these calls with some of the greatest leaders in the industry that are in our business, like Rob and Rebecca Bunter are on right now. I see them smiling. They're on every Wednesday with us. They joined us. They were one of the first couples that joined us in this business going back, almost 9 months ago now. And, we're going to have some incredible leaders help train. I see Mark Jackson just jumped on. He's going to be here every Wednesday night to help us. So rest assured that, the members that you bring in are going to have an excellent system to plug into. On the back of the sheet, and guys, you can go to the Java Empower group and print this sheet out. It is actually in the Files tab on the Java Empower group. Print it out, work with it, use it as a worksheet. On the back of it, it tells you when the Wednesday night calls are. Put this in your schedule. It gives you an area where you can fill in your website. It gives you an area where you can put your username and password for your new members so they're not confused, because a lot of times they're like, well, wait a minute, what's my website? I don't understand where people go to order. Where do I go look at my team? And it's all right here. So you can fill in these blanks for them. Look for a welcome email. It's got all the information from the company that they can actually fill in themselves. There's an excellent site called valentuscalls.com. If you go there, there's recordings from the very beginning of when the company started. So you can go there and check that out. Add these calls to your calendar, guys. This is the dial-in number. And believe me when I tell you, if you plug into this system, there is no way you can fail. Absolutely no way you can fail. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop the recording.